So a lot of people need to stop using their kids to bait their new partners or their new situations. Like that shit's not gonna work. It's just gonna affect the kid in the worst way if shit don't last. Um, in the beginning, my man was talking to his daughter. She's about 20. She got 3 kids, and so he's a grandpa as well. But I overheard the conversation, and he was like, "Oh, this is your stepmother." What? Um, we do plan on getting married and all that good stuff, but yeah, eventually that is how it's gonna feel. I'm only about 11 to 12 years older than her, and so, but I am about the same years younger than he is. So you know how girls are when you get with their father, especially like spoiled girls or girls that really have a good relationship with their father. They gonna feel away because number one, she doesn't know me. Number two, I only met her once, and I don't even know if she recognizes that that's me. From the time we met, and I could care less. It's a coincidence that this shit happened the way it happened. Um, but as far as like me living with her father, it's been a awkward mm, situation here and there. Like, cause I feel like part of me feels like I'm invading her space. She tried to do that whole can I come through, blah blah blah. Listen, don't, if that's not how you act, don't act like that, because that's not gonna sit well with me. Um, I feel like we're not there yet to where you gotta ask me if you could pull up, like, because I feel like that's fake. I feel like that's your father. If you want to come see your father, you can come see your father. That has nothing to do with me. Now, I feel like if at some point me and you are not getting along, then yeah, you might need to ask because I might not want to see you. But then again, the house is big enough to where we don't even have to see each other. So I feel like, why ask if you could pull up? This is your house, right? This is your father's house. Of course you could pull up unless he doesn't want you to pull up that day or whatever the case is. But because of my schedule and because of my situation, I get to stay in the crib all day if I want to. Um that might not sit well with her. Hey, um and it's just like little shit like that. Um and then I'm pretty sure her father feels away because it's like I barely bring her up. Like I said, I don't know her. I'm from New York. There's no real reason to bring anybody up unless you know them or unless you're inquiring about them. I really don't have nothing to say unless you want to update me on her, like, or unless we're discussing her or some shit. You need my opinion or like my feedback on something. Then yeah, I'll probably say a couple things. That's a female. Like I don't have shit to say about her. I don't know her. It would be nice to get to know her eventually. Once she meets her brother or her sister. But other than that, I don't know. Like this situation is new for me too, and sometimes overhearing shit in this house is not fun. The good thing about it is I don't have like neighbors above me or below me. Like it's just us. Um, they might be to the side of the crib, but who gives a fuck? Um, other than that, it's like I would never be that type of bitch to like lie about the little well, lie about the girl. Um, or try to create drama between her and her father. And a lot of people would think that because I don't really get along with my father. But that has nothing to do with her or her father or whatever. It's just that when people know that you don't get along with a certain family member, that shit will be and that shit will end up in front of your face. Like if that makes sense. Like, I don't get along with my father. So that's why I just don't have anything to say about their relationship. Like, if that makes sense. Like, um, so I just felt like I needed to put that out there. There are days where I feel like shit is being said unnecessarily. Like, um, I don't know, like with what intentions, like what is supposed to be my reaction to certain shit uh, when it comes to stuff like that. Like, um, and I think I just feel awkward about stuff like that because of my sister and her father. Like I said, I don't get along with mine. She recently met hers a few years back, so it's like that's a whole brand new situation. That's a whole new come up for you. That's not my experience. So it's like I don't feel salty and I don't feel sweet about the situation. It's just it is what it is, and it's just like okay, awkward, and I'm going about my day like. But a lot of that comes to mind because, like I said, I know what I'm having. So if I'm having a girl, it would be interesting to kind of meet him as a father. You know, like I don't know that part about life, and like I mentioned in some other videos, my kid's father didn't even tell me he was pregnant. So it's like I wouldn't know. I just know that I've dated guys with daughters before, and that's all I know. They have daughters. And I don't know how they are as a father. I don't know. I could some similarities and some differences as far as like relating to my kid's father, unfortunately. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I just know that I want honesty as far as raising my kid, whether it's a girl to go through any of the negative shit that I went through growing up. Um, yeah, I put too much pressure on the situation because everything's brand new. Um, yeah, I have a lot of cousins, older cousins that have daughters. I have a lot of uncles that have daughters, but I never really got along with my father, so I'm not even sure a lot of people know that. I'm not even sure people know that. So it's like it is what it is. I would hate for him to be used for money. Um, whether it's my father or my man or my sons. So that's just like a personal thing with me. I had my days where I was a little money hungry myself, but that shit don't rock. Like it's your best bet is to get your own money. Um, and even with my situation, like she probably could say the same thing about me, and it's like, "Ooh, let me just, let me keep shit to myself." But 20 years old it's a young age to be like a mother. Not that I'm judging because when I was 20, I already had my second son. But I don't want to hear that. Like I want to hear, I'm in school, I'm at work, like I don't want anyone close to me or anyone that I know to be going through that shit. 20, you're not even 21 yet. Like 21, you're gonna want to be drinking, you're gonna want to be hanging out with your friends, you're gonna want to be into new journeys and shit. Why not be working and why not be in school? 21, it should be fun. For me, it was a bit fun, but it was limited because I was a parent. Um, and I lived with my parents. So it's not like I didn't have that experience living under my own roof and having to go pay for a babysitter. And like, I didn't have that. And even if at 21, I didn't want to go through that. I wanted to get drunk and hang with my friends and pull up late and have those kind of experiences. And I couldn't get that. Um, I felt like no matter how much I used to drink, I could never get drunk because I was a parent, because I was mindful, because I had shit up here that I could not forget because I was mindful of others around me. And I couldn't let myself get drunk because I need to know how I'm home. I need to know what's going on. I need to know where my belongings are and all that extra shit. And sometimes that's not even fun. That's responsible, but at the same time, you want to have your moments where you live it up and you know, you might not remember yesterday type shit. Like, but you know it was safe. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be your 21 experience. I don't know about everybody else, but that's just my personal opinion. Um, but then also at 21, you don't necessarily have to be drinking. You can have a peaceful ass 21 and you be alright. So I'm looking forward to meeting this girl. Um, and my grandkids. But I don't know. Like it's just a random ass video I thought that I should just come up with because I needed to get that off my chest.